What up, y'all? This is the real Big Boss Calvin 83. Yes, I know I'm probably might be late on some of the trending topics, but you have to understand. I was wrongfully reported on my YouTube channel, and I'm being shadow banned, and I couldn't go live to speak on some of the events, but to me, they're not trending topics because it's an ongoing cycle that a lot of y'all need to understand. It's the same shit, but a different year. And let me say this again, it's 2023. We were talking about a lot of these same so-called trending topics last year, the year before, 5 years before, and a decade ago. The only thing that has changed is the iPhone, the cars, the agriculture, the agriculture, the infrastructure and buildings, architecture. We're still having these same problems, people. And here's the thing. If y'all support your man, why don't y'all pay me for my time? If y'all support what I do, and if you want me to produce content and better quality content, I promise you that Cash Apps, I prefer Cash Apps. I can't get no super chats. I'm not big like that. And the algorithm won't allow me. So I need you to hit that like button. I need you to share my content. I know a lot of y'all are not comfortable with that. However, how do you expect people to be in the truth, who's conscious, what I call real red hot pill, red pill, right? How do you expect us to who's in the truth and the facts, who's in the revolutionary, who's in the revolution, who's about the consciousness, operating in a higher frequency? Because I don't think a lot of y'all want that. I don't think a lot of y'all take this serious. I think y'all see this as entertainment. I don't see this as entertainment. Yeah, I joke. I may have jokes, have a sense of humor, right? But this work is for real. I'm for real. If you want people to be real and speak real shit and be about that life, when they log off of social media, when they log off the internet, then you need to support people for their time. I should have. I know I got hate watchers. But if people who come into my live streams or comment on my videos, support your man. If you can support bullshit, if you can support BS, why don't you support this truth? Why don't you support this revolution? Why don't you support real red pill content? Why don't you support real black conscious content? Why don't we support, if we're about the black man, the black male media, and the integrity of black men, especially good black men, and we're about men's issues, and we do talk about women's issues too, because it's associated with men's issues, right? And if you want real change, then you need to support the real ones who are putting in this work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta work. I can barely keep, you know what I'm saying? But if you want me to have better quality content, then support your man. Pay me for my time. Even if I don't post a video, drop a Cash App, drop a PayPal. I'm not asking for, but I'll take it if you give me $1 million. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or 10 billion. I'd be a little nervous if I ever got that type of amount of money off by somebody. I'd be suspicious of that. But I thank you. Thank you for my reparations money. But anyhow, Chad Wheeler, just about a week ago, was found guilty of 2 counts of assault. And I'm going to play it right now. And I got another clip to play.
7, a jury has found former Seahawk Chad Wheeler guilty on 2 counts of assault. He was found not guilty on a 3rd charge of unlawful imprisonment. The former offensive lineman had been accused of beating and choking his girlfriend until she was unconscious in 2021. He originally pleaded not guilty and blamed the attack on a manic episode. Sentencing has been scheduled for December 14th.
A guilty verdict convicting her ex-boyfriend of assault has liberated Aaliyah Taylor.
So it took me a while to fully process it because it's been going on for so long. It's just, I'm finally feeling like that freeing feeling, like I don't have to feel so nervous,
Now here's the thing. I got a question to these content creators, these big time female content creators, these pro-black feminists, these divestors, these non-black loving black women, these non-black man lovers, right? These cave worshiping heifers. Since y'all, why aren't y'all talking about this? And I got some choice words for a lot of these sports analysts, like your Skip Bayless, your Shannon Sharp. Oh yeah, I'm coming for all y'all. You athletes. I'm going to briefly let her finish. Why aren't y'all talking about this? Why was this, why did y'all let this pass y'all by? But I think I know the answer. But I'm going to play this. Why people, those who are who pander to black women, keep black women in the delusional state, lie to them. Why were you silent on this since y'all talk about protect black women? Where's the protect black women clan? Where was the black feminist regime? Why wasn't this going viral? Why does this tiptoe out of here? Don't tell me you had more important topics to talk about. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all talk about black men. Y'all talk about a small percentage of black men who are toxic. If the so-called black men are terrible, it's the mother. I don't care if if the children came from a 2-parent home or raised by a single mother or raised by a single father. The mother is the first teacher of the child. Okay? If Chad Wheeler was a black man, this story, y'all be talking about this for 3 months or more. Y'all will push this narrative, this anti-black misandric narrative about the evil black men, like y'all did Ray Rice. Even though you saw his wife, spit in this man's face, was combative, confrontational, hit him. But he's supposed to just, he was trying to defuse and de-escalate. A lot of times men try to de-escalate these crazy ass women, but we're still wrong. Okay? That's neither here or there. Look how y'all jumped on Darius Jackson over a still image, and Keke Palmer admit to being verbally abusive and putting hands on his brother, Darius Jackson. Now, I'm not saying Darius Jackson is an angel, but Keke Palmer ain't no damn angel. Come on, y'all. Y'all try to demonize Darius Jackson and other black men. Look how y'all rejoiced over Tory Lanez. Look how y'all slandered Kevin Samuels. Rest in power and rest in peace. You might not like what he said, but when he was talking to the men, there was no outrage. When he criticized the men and what they needed to do and how they, based on his opinion, might not have been a fact, but off his opinion. But when he criticized women, particularly black women, there were times that he was out of pocket. I agree. There was a lot of times the women who called into the show know he was an asshole, was disrespectful, and a black woman basher. I got a question. If he was a black woman basher, why do y'all call into this broadcast? Why were you asking for advice? That doesn't something not adding up. Y'all defended Megan Thee Stallion, even though she shot her own self in the motherfucking foot. But y'all could talk about black men all day, bash black men all day. Y'all could talk about black men who get a day outside the race. Y'all have a problem with that. Y'all talk about how you black women talk about how, and I'm not speaking about absolutes, I'm talking about the ones where it applies to. Talk about how black men are dusty, this and that. You know, we got a lot of dusty black heifers. How you doing, Evan K. Williams? You're dusty. I don't care if you got a degree, and I don't care if you make close to $1 million. I don't care if your net worth is $1 million. That don't mean shit. Your net worth could be $1 million, and you can still be broke. Okay? Y'all talk about black men, y'all demonize black men. Y'all worse than your typical white supremacists. When they said there's only two free people in the world, they ain't lying. 3 people in the world. The white male and the black woman and the white female. Or the white male, I would argue it's the white female in today's time, the white male and the black woman. Well, Calvin, black women deal with racism, not to the degree that black men do. It just affects them different. It don't hit them close. It's hitting them now. But it hits the men first. Any form of oppression, men suffer first. Then the woman and the children. And the children have it worse. Especially the male children. Why wasn't this talked about? Why did so many of these black females who bash black men or talk about DV, even though it's bi-directional, you got these simps on here talking about if a man defends himself and puts hands on a woman, even though she can be coming at him, he didn't walk away fast enough. He didn't de-escalate. So basically the man is always wrong, but if the man doesn't do anything and he ends up deleted, it's his fault. How many videos have we seen black men and men in general get unalive? Now he could be a 6 foot tall, strong man and this woman taking them out. You got women who are tall as fuck. You got women, especially in the black community, who weigh more than a man for their height, taking these men out. But y'all don't want to discuss that. So men are supposed to take it. And a lot of these guys who say that shit, they have DV charges. But they will argue it's not their fault. I find that interesting. Or they will swear up and down they never had DV. But these guys who I talk to, you know who you are. Y'all told me your horror stories. So get out of here with that bullshit.
Then Seahawk Chad Wheeler was arrested in January of 2021. Court documents
Feeling like that freeing feeling, like I don't have to feel so nervous, you know?
Then Seahawk Chad Wheeler was arrested in January of 2021. Court documents allege he choked and beat Taylor during a manic episode inside a Kent apartment building.
That night, he just decided to kind of take his rage out.
According to court records, officers found Taylor covered in blood and her left arm limp against her body, reportedly telling police she thought she'd already died.
You know what's so sad about that? A lot of these black women didn't say anything. Where was the sisterhood on this sister getting damn near unalived by her white male boyfriend? Now, I have covered stories myself of white males taking out black women more so than any other group. I think I have in my time have discussed how white males took out Asian women, white women. But for some reason, y'all don't want to talk about that. But y'all say the white man treats y'all better. Okay. Just like I tell black men, you want to think that the grass is greener on the other side, and you think these non-black women are sweet and loving. I have even discussed how these non-black women have taken out black men or taken out men in general, castrated them. Remember that with my older channel, with my past channel, I discussed when this Asian woman castrated and cut off the manhood of her white husband and put it in the garbage disposal. Y'all remember that? My day ones, my day twos, my day threes. Remember that? Remember how Jewy Chan, that heifer, whose husband is a rapist and an abuser of women. Remember how she made jokes? Sharing her ass more, bitch ass, racist ass, who defended her abusive ass husband, doing all types of dirt. But none of y'all, but y'all don't call her a pick me. Y'all don't call them heifers a pick me. Even when women do the men dirty, y'all obviously sound on that. Look how y'all protected Cardi B. Cardi B should be in prison. Look how y'all defended the brick bitch who scammed you out of $40,000. They ended $50,000. No accountability when it comes to these women. And if you're a non-black man dealing with a black woman, you are an angel. But if you're a black man, you are the scum of the earth. Don't tell me that anti-black misandry don't exist. Don't tell me that misandry don't exist at all.
Taylor survived only to see her name released in tabloids and across social media.
I was just like, oh, okay, so this is out. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I want to handle this? Do I want to hide away and let this go under the rug, then he gets away with it, and then other people are also hurt? Or
one thing I would say, I'm glad she spoke out, but to me, which was troubling, she talked about, I forgives him. Well, Calvin, that's between... No, because let me say this. I think she's a bed wench, in my personal opinion. My thing was this, sometimes I think if that was a black man who did that, would she have that? I think she would have came out faster, and rightfully so. And y'all would have been advocating for her. Y'all would have reached out to her, and and whatever she did or didn't do, y'all would defend and say she's in the right, and the man's the scum of the earth. But when it came to this, some of you black heifers actually said she must have did something. She shouldn't have never been with him and all that. The signs were there. I find that interesting how we got selective outrage. That's what bothers me about this. And just similar stories that I had discussed before. When black women get with non-black men, or even black women who get with other women. Because women on women violence is more serious than any other demographic of DV. But we ain't ready for that conversation.
I want to just step up.
The court process took nearly 3 years. Thursday, a judge found Wheeler guilty of both first and second degree assault. He faces a minimum of...
Let me say this. Why the fuck is he in charge of attempted motherfucking murder? He should be charged with attempted murder. He tried to unalive her. This is a slap on the wrist, basically. Well, he was arrested. That don't mean shit. You know how many people how many white people get arrested and they just walk out like it's nothing? Even your poorest or white male will get arrested and just walk the fuck out. Get a small ass bond. But when it comes to black men, black people, black men, and guess what nobody talks about? Black women got the highest prison population. Black women, when it comes to women, the female prison population, black women, they fill up themselves. Now here's the kicker. Black women get a slap on the wrist compared to a white man. A white man will get a harsher punishment. A white male will convict the faster than a black woman. And guess what? Who gets away with bullshit? The white female. This is what I don't understand. It would be nice if Cynthia. I don't know if Cynthia G before she got demonetized and had her, and she's been on all the social media platforms, right? That bitch is a fucking hypocrite. She's not all that stuff she talk about black men, but yeah, she got knocked up by a particular serial baby mama black man who by her opinion, by her definition, would be considered dusty. Robert, how you doing, Robert Perkins? No disrespect to you, but I gotta call a spade a spade. She should have been on, but guess what? The black women who spoke on this, the few black women who spoke on this, y'all find a way to blame it back on black men. You can't make this shit up.
5 years in prison.
I think it's sometimes a bit difficult, especially when you're holding something.
That's a slap in the wrist. Where's the Surviving Chad Lewis documentary? Look how y'all got cause.
Do I want to hide away and let this go under the rug and then he gets away with it, or then other people are also hurt, or do I want to just step up?
The court process took nearly 3 years. Thursday, a judge found Wheeler guilty of both first and second degree assault. He faces a minimum of 5 years in prison.
I think it's sometimes a bit difficult, especially when you're holding someone accountable. Someone, a person of power, someone popular like that in the NFL, holding them accountable.
No, I gotta stop it right there. What do you mean by a person of power? I'm trying to understand. What does she mean by it? How is he powerful? And powerful in what way? He was at the time a professional athlete. I'm trying to understand, why is she saying he's in power? Now, if she said white privilege, and then I proved my point, because that sentence is still bogus to me. The way they be want to put brothers in prison, and how you got a bunch of heifers who actually make false allegations, false accusations against men, black men specifically. But yet they push this believe all women. Now I got a question to y'all who say believe all women. How come you're not believing her? How come you're not making her go viral? And how come y'all not using your platform? I'm speaking of those who got over 100,000. I'll even say over 75,000 subscribers on YouTube, 75,000 followers on TikTok. Now, if you got a million followers on TikTok, you got a million subscribers on YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, why aren't you making this? Why come you're not using your platform? And don't give me that, well, that's not my content. Shut the fuck up. I don't care if your content is about gardening, skits, telling jokes. Yeah, I've seen people who don't make a particular type of content, but they'll speak on certain topics from time to time. So you can miss me with that bullshit. I've seen people on here, content creators, who may not speak on certain political issues, social issues, racial issues, gender issues, will actually speak on certain issues, but I understand why they do that, because it's about the algorithm and it's about getting that bag. It's not about helping the people. It's not about educating the people. It's not about empowering the people. It's not about bringing the people together. It's not about helping us heal as a collective. No, it's about getting that YouTube check, getting that TikTok check, getting that whatever Instagram check, Facebook check. Y'all will sell your souls for a bag over humanity, and you wonder why we fucked up out here. To me, y'all could have used this, and y'all would have still got your bag. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't fit a narrative, especially to women, especially to people who speak on certain issues pertaining to this. Y'all could have used y'all positions, especially you ladies. And you pandering simps, you Derek Jackson hypocritical hoe-ass niggas who got dirt on your hands and actually have a temper, actually have a history of going off on heifers. Even if, then you need to give us the same benefit of the doubt. Because you can't chastise and condemn men, but you out here whooping chicks' ass on some petty shit. Real petty shit, but when chicks are the aggressor, y'all want to tell us, well, we should just do this, and y'all don't even follow your own advice. We got that going on. You got women on here, same shit. Don't date this guy. Don't date this. Sprinkle. But then y'all be hypocrites, and I can't take none of y'all seriously. Since y'all want to push this narrative that black women are getting unalived every 5 hours, which has been debunked, I would argue that you got black men getting unalived by these heifers, and especially in the 1970s. Black men were getting unalived by these women, being victims of DV and getting murdered with women with their bare hands, and also, especially when she got weapons, cords, guns, knives, whatever have you. How many times have we seen women drive a car and run her ex-boyfriend, ex-husband over, burn the house down, or do harm to the new girlfriend, new wife, do harm to the kids? How many times have y'all seen that? But y'all don't speak on that. And I'm very disappointed in these so-called pro-blacks. The conscious community, I'm very disappointed. That's why I don't fuck with y'all. y'all, there's too much goofy shit on here. Y'all put women on this pedestal, but y'all, some of you pro-blacks, well, you know, she sold out, but why come you ain't calling it out? But y'all call out black men. You can call, but y'all call out black men who just say, you know, I'm done with these American women. Even if you think they're being ridiculous, but you don't have a wife, sir. You got multiple baby mamas. You will have a conversation with another man behind, off camera, off social media. We could have it in a DM, video chat, and I had these conversations with these guys that I've gotten into it with, and y'all will tell me something totally different, but you're saying you can't speak on it because of what? I'm like, well, look, to me, I don't give a fuck. I'll speak on it regardless, but I'm not telling nobody how to run their platform, but don't be a fucking hypocrite. You got guys going dick policing grown men, telling them what they can or cannot do with their money, and they're not looking out for the brother. You tell him what type of woman he can't, and you want to call him a colorist. Y'all sound so feminine. Y'all sound like these dumbass heifers, because y'all were raised by them from a 2%. And yes, okay, well, I came from a 2-parent home, but your mom was a matriarch. Your mom was a boss. My dad was the breadwinner. That don't make him a man. That nigga was whipped. Anytime there was an argument, he didn't want to put his foot down because she would call 911, get him put in jail, get him kicked out the house, and then try to divorce, and then try to get primary custody. How many times have we seen women set up men like that? Women beat themselves up or get some simp to beat her up, get some other heifer to fuck her up and say the man did it. We seen secret planted cameras, spy cameras of women beating themselves up, harming themselves, or getting somebody to do it, and then it's exposed. But she ain't getting held accountable, just like the brick bitch who lied and said she got hit with a brick. Y'all know damn well ain't nobody carrying bricks. Y'all, I would have, and you don't even know the car. There's no surveillance footage, but that's a whole different discussion I want to discuss in a different video, because I'm still getting more information, but she ain't being held accountable, not in a legal sense. You got a black woman, shout out to Daphne, who's trying to make sure she gets charged because she committed fraud, and international fraud too, financial fraud. It's fraud in the States and internationally, because she's not American born. Even if she was American born, it still need to be called out. But you got these dumbass, broken-ass black women defending her, but she wouldn't defend y'all. And she has said disparaging, disrespectful shit towards FBA black women. But y'all black women will trauma bond with somebody who's not a victim, but she has victimized men, and she actually has victimized women. But y'all don't want to call that out because it doesn't fit the narrative, people. This is why you can't take people seriously, especially if they got more than 100,000 subscribers. Technically, I would argue if they got more than 60,000 subscribers, they're getting paid. Especially when they got the commercials. Anytime you play a video, they're getting commercials. They're getting bread. Cash apps, super chats. They're making a living off of YouTube. I'm not tripping off that. I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, use your platform to help the people. You can still be wealthy and still help the people and do the right thing. But y'all don't care. And I've told y'all, women don't care about other women like that. They'll just care about each other and trauma bond, even though they never experienced it themselves, just to get a bag, just so they can push an image, because they're mad because they can't get over their first junior high school breakup. First of all, you shouldn't even be dating that young. I mean, I'm sorry. You can talk, but you ain't having no relationship. Y'all parents, man, that's a whole different topic. Stop trying to be your child's best friend. Be a fucking parent. You don't have to be a toxic parent or abusive parent by being real with your kids. That's all I'm saying. You could say, hey, you could just tell them the fucking truth. Talk about your story. Talk about why. Talk about the concept. Talk about how you lived. Why don't we do that? Why don't we pass on wisdom? But let me continue.
you can have a lot of pressures on you. So I say first and foremost, be present with how you feel. Don't feel guilty. Don't be too mindful of what everyone else's feelings are about the situation. Be present with yourself.
Taylor sees that night in Kent as a turning point in her life. Today, she's thriving as a model, works in the medical field, and perhaps most importantly, is an advocate for domestic violence survivors.
I just want to break the cycle. I come from a long line of women that have dealt with domestic violence.
I gotta stop right there. Okay. Like, why do y'all keep saying women are only suffering DV? Do you know how many men are suffering DV? And to be honest with you, if you want to talk about women, let's talk about how you got these lesbian couples. Oh, I forgot. We can't talk about the alpha community, especially, but women are huge supporters of the Rainbow Coalition. Do you know how high DV is when it comes to women on women? It is proven by fact, due to policies, that women are the aggressors. They initiate DV. Y'all could talk about, but get off yourself a high horse. Women do provoke people verbally, men and women verbally, but a lot of times, due to the gynocracy, a lot of times women feel comfortable hitting a man because they know that it's going to end up in their favor. Even if you got video evidence, you fighting for your life. Let me tell you this, man. I had a woman falsely accuse me and say I threatened to unalive her, threatened to do harm. Even though she the one who did it, when I was in that mall, my own business. But y'all said I must have did something, and I didn't do shit. But go chill, wait, and kill time, and meet up some folks. But y'all say I'm still did something because she said so, because she's a white female, because she's a woman, period. And if a man's accused of something, when I see these same predator females actually participate in sex trafficking, actually communicate in rapes, sometimes actually leading to charge, but because and be the accomplice and getaway driver. But y'all don't want to have that conversation.
And I just feel like it just needs.
Wheeler was released by the Seahawks the day after his arrest in 2021. The organization back then saying they were, quote, saddened by the details emerging around the case and strongly condemned this act of domestic violence and urged Wheeler to get the help he needs.
Funny how y'all don't say that about the black men, though. It's funny how or the women who, with Ray Rice. She had a violent temper. You got these women who got violent tempers, too. More so. But see, we got a double standard, people. But here's the thing. Here's my point. My point is this. Y'all saddened, but if that was a black man, y'all wouldn't be saying he needs to get your sadness. No, y'all would demonize the black man to push your agenda. But see, I told you, white guys can get away with all types of shit. White heifers can get away with more shit. Because their whole culture is ran by simps. Elite simps who actually do worse. But I am just so disappointed with y'all, man. With y'all selective outrage. Y'all don't care about women per se. Because if you did, you would have actually called out. But it doesn't fit the narrative because this ain't the black man. Because if it was a non-black man, it doesn't fit the narrative. So we ain't going to speak on it. We'll just let it slide. Just like y'all let Cardi B get away with that bullshit. Bragging about how she drugged and robbed and raped men. And then y'all say, well, they shouldn't be out there. Okay, we can say, you know what? We can say the same shit about these heifers. They shouldn't be out there. They shouldn't be dressed a certain way. We can say that I can go tit for tat. But I'm still sick of the hypocrisy, people. And you wonder why we're fucked up out here. And y'all celebrating Thanksgiving? There ain't nothing to be thankful for. Shit is worse, man. And it's going to get worse until y'all wake the fuck up. I think y'all just want to be asleep. I'm telling y'all, we need that collapse, people. I think we need that collapse because that's the only way people will understand.